Hello, Masterduel Central. The Synchro event is in full effect right now. It's time for us to check out some decks, maybe some decks you could try, some decks to look out for, and just have a good time looking at replays. Make sure to join the Discord if you like these replays and you'd like to show your replays on the channel as well. We have a lot of helpful people over there who help you with deck building and stuff like that. Just a good community of people. I'm super appreciative to everyone for helping me out with this one, sending out replays, showing me their deck lists and stuff like that, just discussing strategies. It's a ton of fun on there. So again, link in description for the Discord. You should really join. And yeah, let's just get into the video. So we're going to start off with this deck from Pink. Huge shout out to Pink, or sometimes going by yugioh in our Discord. This is a Madolche deck list. I'm not going to go through the card by card here. It's just to give you kind of an idea of what it looks like. I don't think you should be crafting a brand new deck just for this event. But if you already have the cards, maybe you should consider playing some Madolche. It's really good going second. Not too sure how it does go in first, but I know going second, this deck goes absolutely bonkers. So obviously they're playing a lot. Pink over here is playing a lot of going second cards, but we've got a replay actually, so let me just showcase this deck for you real quick. Alright, so let's get into the replay here. I will say I'm not the most familiar with Madolche cards. I know they get pretty explosive and they do a lot of summoning, a lot of swarming, so I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with all the cards, but we gotta take a look here at what they're gonna do. So for starters, they go with the Madolche. You can add one monster from deck to hand, and they're going to go for Pringsa. If you have no monsters in graveyard, special summon from your hand. Then you can special summon another one from the deck, go into Glass Souffle. Glass Souffle, you can just make this one untargetable, I think. Then they can tag out into Pringsa. Pringsa, I think, shuffles one from the grave, yeah, and summons one from the deck. So detach materials, summon the Angeli from the deck. You can tribute this card, special summon one Madolche from your deck. And then they're going to use the Hoot Cake, bring back Miss Gelato from the graveyard. Then Miss Gelato's effect triggers. They can add a Chateau to their hand. They're going to shuffle back a Madolche from the... Oh my god, that's not once per turn. That's crazy. So when a monster is shuffled, they get to summon another Miss Gelato from the deck. Then they're going to go get their Salon. Salon is absolutely crazy. I think it gives them an additional normal summon. Yeah, so additional normal summon here. And basically they're passing on Madolche, Teacher, Glass Souffle, and Pudding Cess is really good. The opponent will activate Called By to get rid of the one they would have shuffled from grave, Pudding Cess here. Then they're going to try to summon Ashna, which is Maxi's going to be chained here. It's rare that you see Tenyi in this event. That's interesting. I didn't think we would see any Tenyi in this event, but okay. So they're just not going to take the Maxi challenge here. Then they're going to use Teacher Glass Souffle's effect. Oh, okay, it's to shuffle two cards from the grave into the deck, I see. Interesting. So now with these two, what are they going to make? Making Queen Tiramisu. This is the Queen. This is the Queen. Shuffles two cards the opponent controls into the deck, but the opponent will use their Solemn Judgment. Glass Souffle's effect to bring back a monster. Opponent actually Solemn Strikes it. Okay, no, that's not the one to bring back a monster, but still, gets negated. So, Hoot Cake effect, bring back the Patincess, then Patincess effect summons out a monster from deck. Angeli gets tributed to summon out Madolche. And as you guys can see, this deck is just absolutely insane with the swarming. Super underrated deck for this event. I think this, if you have this deck, or if you want to make this deck, you might as well make it right now, because it's absolutely insane. The amount of swarming and bouncing you can do. This card is not a hard once per turn, if I recall. Yeah, no. So you can actually use Tiramisu more than once in a turn. And wow, just insane the amount of swarming they did this turn. Absolutely incredible. Activating the Maxi just for the disrespect. Activating the DD Crow just for the disrespect. Absolutely unforgivable. Pink with the spiteful plays. Just chaining every useless effect in the book before absolutely closing out the game. Pretty funny stuff. Gotta put some respect on that. And that's game. But yeah, guys, yo, Madolche, serious business. Now, unlike the Madolche, which doesn't really lose that much by not getting to use anything else in XCs and Synchros. I mean, they'll lose their Link monsters, but it's not the end of the world. Sword Soul does lose quite a bit, so here we're playing a little bit of a Zoodiac package with the 3 copies of Thoroughblade. Basically, They said it wasn't like the most optimal thing, but it came up enough to be worth doing, and I think it's pretty clever. I kind of like this idea. Plus, if you guys want to play like just a little Zoodiac package, this will help you get your XCs, because you got little XCs missions that you need to hash out, right? You got to get those gems, and there's some synchro to do, there's some XCs to do. So this is a great, easy way of getting a bunch of XC summons out. So not a bad idea. I think it's actually really cool, really clever. Basically your Sword Soul deck, other than for the Zoodiac stuff, which is like a nice spicy little ad there. I like that a lot. But yeah, so let's just get into the replay here. We've got a 4-turn replay here. So 4 turns. 4 turns is a lot for modern Yu-Gi-Oh, man. We don't see 4 turns a lot in Master Duel anymore. It's usually 1 or 2. So let's see here. Okay, so pretty damn good Sword Soul hand going on here, and we're playing against, ooh, they're playing Literalist Birds. That might be another deck to try out in here. We haven't seen birds in a while. They used to be very meta in Master Duel earlier in the game. Now, never see them. I wonder if, I mean, obviously they can't play Tri-Brigade with it, so it's just pure birds, I guess. Not the lame kind of bird, not the Flaunderies type. This is actually a cool bird deck. So there they go. They're just, you know, doing Littlest things, summoning a bunch, making Recital Star. And using the 2 here. Oh my god. Sorry. Using another Recital Star here. We're going to search out. What is that one called? I don't even know the names of these Literalist birds. And okay, so they're doing the Zoodiac version. That makes sense, actually. Of course you would. So little Zoodiac package action going on here. Man, I might want to build birds. I'm just saying. I might want to build birds eventually. It's a shame they're not very meta anymore. Truly a shame. Alright, Borbow. And end it off with a Trident. So we've got a Trident here. I think this one is a bounce. Yes, this is a bounce. And this one... okay, this one is not that great, actually. Not that great. Okay, so start with the Imperm on the Zoodiac Trident. That's kind of rough. Summoning out the Moye. Revealing Moye. Get your token. They're going to bounce the token. Pretty good move, but they had the long one. With the long one, we're going to be feeling pretty good here. Oh, but that's right. Not once per turn. You get to bounce again. So from here... damn. Just had everything. That's crazy. Okay. Just had everything, dude. Well, they both had everything, pretty much. Now, at this point, I'm not really seeing how our boy Comrade here can keep playing. Shout out to Comrade, by the way, for sending this replay. And yeah, so just go to battle, beat over the Trident. Still a pretty big move there. Beating over Trident can be definitely a pain. They could probably use these two and go into, I forget the name, but that Utopia Draco Future card. They could definitely go into that using these two. So I would expect that move. We'll see what happens though. Still have the Blackout down here, so that's kind of just lingering in the background. That might probably come up actually. And they're going to go into Assembled Nightingale. Man, this deck just never stops summoning, huh? And just go to battle phase, attack directly. Okay, so they're just going for the Zeus here. Makes sense. I don't know why we let them get to Zeus with the Blackout. That's kind of weird. That is kind of weird. Well, I guess they would have gotten there regardless, actually. So passing on Zeus. Interesting stuff. And they're going to go for Blackout now, huh? Yeah, so they're just trying to force out the Zeus, basically. Good moves on Comrade's part. So forcing out the Zeus here. Zeus is going to trigger. Then they're probably just going to summon Moye. Yep. That's really good, though. Get rid of the Zeus and force it at the same time. Now we go into Shishao. And from here, you're basically doing your basic Sword Soul stuff. Probably going to go Shishao. Search out the long one. Get the draw card on Moye. Yo, drawing Ash with Moye is really good. Yeah, and probably summon out the long one here. Probably going to Baron or Cheng Ying. Not exactly sure which one you go for in this case. I mean, probably Baron, right? Yeah. Yeah, nice card. Love that card. And do a little bit of burn. And is this game? Yes, it is. That is definitely game. All right. So, Sword Soul. I mean, you've probably seen a lot of Sword Soul. And the little Zoodiac tag didn't come out this game. But still, it's pretty sick. It's pretty badass. I gotta admit. So for the next list here, and this one's really interesting. It's kind of a fringe pick. Believe it or not, there's actually a way to play heroes, and it's pretty damn toxic. Probably the most toxic heroes I've ever seen in this event. They are playing a little Numeron package here, just if it ever comes up, although they say it never does. By the way, shout out to Peru. Peru is the guy that did this deck, and Peru makes a lot of amazing hero decks for many different channels on YouTube. Even Decade has used some of his lists before, so it just gives you an idea. Really at the forefront of hero technology in the community here. And yeah, this deck is no exception. This is pretty crazy. Basically, it's focused on getting D-Force and Plasma out and just being like the most toxic skill drain type deck ever. It's absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, like you could play any rank 4s pretty much you want in this deck, because heroes are not bad at all at making rank 4s, but honestly, it's probably not going to come up. You're probably not going to need to do that. And I just want to show you a replay because this deck is just disgusting. I hate this, but I love it. All right, so I don't know what to expect here. That if you, I can't wait to read the continuous spell for you guys because it's absolutely ridiculous. All right, so it's right here, so we can read that. We'll check the place first, and then we'll read the chunk of the board here. Okay, so D-Force activates, searches out the Plasma, then we summon out the Stratos, searching out the Vision hero Ferris. Ferris effect, we can discard a hero to special summon it, then its other effect will trigger to summon, well, to put increase into the spawn trap zone. We can tribute the Ferris to summon out the increase, summoning out Vion from the deck. Vion effect, sending Shadow Mist. Not exactly sure what Shadow Mist is here for. Oh, because we can search Honest Neos, of course. Then tribute all 3 heroes, and there we go. We got the Plasma and 2 D-Force. By the way, the effects of D-Force actually stack, but basically, let me just read this for you. So if you don't already know, Plasma is basically skill drain. While it's on the field, negate the effects of face-up monsters your opponent controls. Absolutely ridiculous. Literally just skill drain with a bunch of attack. And then D-Force is insane too. You can't draw during the draw phase, so that's like the, you know, it's the one restriction you have, that the one thing you're losing for doing this. But your opponent can't target cards you control with card effects. Each Destiny hero Plasma you control gains 100 attack for each monster in the graveyards. So basically, this not targeting thing is just crazy, right? Because one of the best ways to get rid of Plasma would be maybe a Vishuda, you know, a Draco back, things like that, and you can't even do that now. So it's literally like Raigeki or bust against this deck now. So turn change, draw phase. We're looking pretty much unbeatable here. The opponent will go for long one, discarding the blackout, getting a token out, and make a Supreme Sovereign, but you don't get to take away the attack. You do a little bit of burn with the long one. Because of the effect damage, we get to trigger the Vision hero increase, and they're just going to pass with a Cheng Ying and 3 set cards. They don't get to draw, of course, because of the D-Force. So we're just going to activate the Plasma to try to equip the Cheng Ying. And they're going to trigger the Waterfall of Dragon Souls to get to draw some cards. So then we get to go to battle phase and attack. Because, yeah, I forgot to mention this. Plasma is not only a skill drain. Wait, it got to attack twice? Oh, because of the Honest Neos? Wait a minute. I need to see the log here. Oh. Yeah, it does. D-Force also gives Plasma a second attack. Oh my god. So anyway, just the most toxic hero deck on the planet here. Absolutely not cool, Peru, but it's pretty cool. Of course, if you watched my video earlier, you already know about the Dino deck here. But I have a nice little replay for you guys. It's a pretty funny one. And yeah, if you want more info about this, I'll leave the link in the description for the deck profile and just a tutorial for the combo and everything. But yeah, let's just check out the replay here. So our hand looks pretty terrible at the start here, but we are going second, luckily. So our opponent starts with Tenny Spirit Shatana, followed by a long one by discarding the Vishuda, and they get themselves a token. With the Shatana and the token, they go into Shishao. So already a pretty interesting line. Not a hater. It's pretty cool. We're going to imperm the Shishao to stop the search. So that's kind of rough. Opponent's just going to pass on this after this, so, you know. Hey, damns to break sometimes. Now I'm just going to speed through our combo a little bit here because it's pretty long. But Fossil Dig, we get the baby here. Then we're going to go Infinite Impermanence to stop this since we don't have Misk. And here we go. True King, pop the baby and Giant Rex. Banish a couple cards from the extra. Bring out the Ovi with the baby effect. Go search ourselves a Misk. Activate the Misk in hand. Misk Engrave effect. Banish Misk and Giant Rex to summon a baby from deck. Rex effect, bring it back. Then we go Ovi, pop the baby, bring back the other baby. Baby in the grave triggers, but they had the nib. Oops, they forgore. We were under Misk. We didn't start with Misk, but we ended up activating it after we searched our Ovi. So yeah, so now we're kind of big chilling here. Our opponent is kind of chilling too. They're kind of looking at us, doing our thing. They don't really mind. So we go into the Jurag Aeolo. We make ourselves a Scrap Dragon. just go for game with the Aeolo, the Ovi, the Scrap Dragon, and the UCT. It's a pretty cool deck, man. I really like this Dino deck. I think it's a lot of fun. I had matchups too where I was mixing in the Synchros and the XYZs in different ways. It's just a very versatile deck. Very, very good for this event. Absolutely underrated. You guys should try it. So yeah, that's about all the decks I had to show for today. There's a bunch of other very interesting decks you can play for this event, such as maybe Sharks or maybe Utopia. You know, so a lot of cool things you can do. Hopefully you guys found a deck you really like. I just kind of wanted to showcase a couple replays from the Discord here. And again, if you want to join the Discord, you really should. Link is in the description. Just a bunch of very helpful, nice people helping each other, help each other build decks and stuff like that, you know, so it's a lot of fun. And make sure to join if you're interested. Thank you for watching the video. Huge shout out to my UCT tier members. That would be Raptor Rapture, Bongerman 420, Dad Dude Joey, Rytoast, and Hoodaman me, as well as everyone supporting in the Misk and Baby tier, everyone supporting on Twitch, and you people who just like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. This would not be possible without all of you, so thank you so much. And yeah, see you all in the next video. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you'd like to see a video on the new Spellbook deck. I was thinking maybe we could do something with that. Maybe Spellbook Strikers or something. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. And yeah, peace.